Welcome back, everyone. Trog here. We're talking today about some ramp building tips if you're out doing some work at a skate park or building your own ramps out there. So we're here at Anthem Skate Park again in Winona, Minnesota, and what we're doing here in this open gap is they used to have a quarter pipe, as you can see where the dirt line is, and then it went up, but we're going to add an escalator down. So what we don't have is the existing template that was here. So we had to trace and get a new template going. So first thing I did was I took a full sheet of plywood and traced the radius, right? And so now I have actually the radius. I thought it was an 8 foot, but it turns out it was a 7.5. So I actually had an 8 foot cutoff scrap and I tried to hold it up and it didn't line up. So I knew right then and there we have a tighter radius. But as it escalates up, we're going to get into a different level of ramp, and I only have 2.5 feet of ramp here, and I'm going up to 4. So how do you get the rest of make a 4 foot tall ramp when you only have 2.5 foot of radius to trace? So I'm going to tell you that real quick how we did that. So here's my traced cutoff scrap, right? So I traced this, and it went right to the top where the coping is. That's where I stopped. Then I just cut a vertical line right there. This is the cutoff scrap right here. Now, another little tip real quick while I got your attention is you can see where my trace line was. All right, that's my trace line. But since I was tracing on top of a 1/2 inch piece of plywood, I needed to adjust for that. So I set the blade, or I set the guide just a 1/2 inch shorter, all right? So now I have a perfect template that's gonna match exactly up with the template of that ramp minus that 1/2 inch. So what I did then, this is the tip that we're getting to, is I took this cutoff scrap and I actually just moved it up and then I retraced a greater line. Now this thing's 5 feet tall, I can cut it back to exactly where I want. And that's how I extended my radius so we can escalate up to a 4 foot ramp. That's the trick tip of the day in the ramp building aspect. We'll be back later. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below. Build ramps, build jumps, ram it down, Namaskate, everything like that. See you later.